Welcome to using Fold3, a database of predominantly military records offered by the Mid-Continent Public Library System. This database is available for use with your MCPL Access Pass in our library or at home. If you do not have a library card with us, you can always check with your local library to see what database options are available to you. The easiest way to navigate to Fold3 is to use the Browse Databases tile in the middle of the Midwest Genealogy Center homepage. From there, you will be presented with an alphabetical listing of available genealogy databases. Scroll down to Fold3 and click on the logo to begin your search. Fold3 is named for the traditional fold of a military flag. This database is known for its military records. However, Fold3 also hosts a number of non-military records, including city directories, naturalization records, a few census records, and more, which will be discussed later in the tutorial. As for the military records, it is important to note that military personnel records are only released to the public 62 years after the veteran leaves military service. This is in order to protect the veteran's privacy. If you require records that are less than 62 years old, you can go to www.archives.gov to find information on requesting those records. The military content on Fold3 comes from a number of different sources, including the National Archives, the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, various military agencies, county and state archives and libraries, museums, and private donors. The National Archives of the UK and the Library of Archives of Canada are among the contributors to Fold3's international records. The principal conflicts included in the Fold3 database are listed on this screen. The Fold3 database includes almost 680 million records spanning more than 2 centuries. Please note that you can access some records from recent conflicts such as the Persian Gulf War, the Iraq War, and the war in Afghanistan. However, many records are restricted to protect the privacy of the veteran. Records from recent conflicts include casualty lists, military yearbooks, and medal recipient lists. To view records from outside of the United States, simply click on the country of interest. In addition to the United States, Fold3 contains records from Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and the UK. There are a number of ways to begin your search on Fold3. The path you choose largely depends on the questions you are trying to answer, the information you already have, and your personal preference. The first option is to search by name. This method will search all records on Fold3 across all conflicts and countries. The second search option is to search by war. Select the tile of the appropriate war, and you will be able to search just that category. You can search by title, which will display an alphabetical list of publications. To narrow down the publications list, you can utilize the search filters on the left-hand side of your screen. Finally, you can search by country, which narrows the list of relevant wars to just that country. When conducting a search on any database, be aware that the view may vary slightly between a tablet or phone and a computer. Also, websites frequently update images and colors as they add new records. This means that Fold3 may look slightly different than what you are seeing here today. But a change in the look of a database usually means more records are being added, so change is good. For this example, we are looking at Adam Poe. The first thing I would like to draw your attention to is the small box at the bottom left. When typing Adam Poe into the name search bar, this drop-down appears, giving us the choice to search Adam Poe as keywords, name, or place. Be sure to select the appropriate designation. In this case, we will be selecting name. If a designation is not selected, keyword will be the default. When selecting name for our Adam Poe search, we get 195 results. If we filter the results down further To just include records from the Revolutionary War, we are left with 28 results. Using the filters provided is a great way to make your results list more relevant and manageable. As we just discussed, some searches produce too many results, and we need to filter them down. Listed on the slide are the 8 filters that can be applied after an initial search. Just a quick word about a few of the filters. Please note that if you are within the United States, you have the option to narrow your results to a state. Also note that there are 2 categories of publication, name and type. A publication name is going to be specific, such as Revolutionary War pensions. A publication type is going to be more general, such as pension, military, or newspapers. To the right of each filter, you will see a number of records. This allows you to have a snapshot of the number of search results you have. This can help you decide if you should apply more filters to your search. Take a look at the top left image. When you open any record in Fold3, there will be important information on the left-hand side. This includes very basic image information, but more importantly, this includes its source citation. Record this information as it will help you to find the record again, or better yet, share your research with others. Once you have found the record of interest, there are a number of tools you can use to adjust, save, or print the image. Use the Actions button to print or download the image. This function is sometimes represented with a crossed tools icon. Both will get the job done. I encourage you to be flexible as both icons appear in different collections in the Fold3 database. The tools on the right side of the image can be used to increase or decrease the size and to adjust the contrast, rotate, or even invert the image. Doing a title search is a good way to learn about a record set before you invest your time searching for an ancestor within that record set. The source information tells us 3 important things. There are more than 10 million records in this set. We also see that this set is 99% complete. This is important because if we don't find our ancestor's name, there's no reason to look for a more complete version of this record set. Lastly, the National Archives is the source of this content. Record the publication number and record group number for your documentation. Shown here are the 2 special collections offered by Fold3. These tiles can be selected from the Fold3 homepage. While these collections are not strictly military or non-military, they offer a wide assortment of publications such as military service records, court slave records, and Dawes enrollment cards. Before we take a deeper look at some of the publications in Fold3's non-military collection, let's discuss the red navigation bar, as it has recently changed. Search and Browse will allow you to search immediately with access to the filter panel, but also provides an A to Z list of publications. Selecting Featured will show a drop-down of Fold3's War Stories and Memorials collection. This will be discussed in more detail in a bit. Also, if you ever need to start your search over, you can get back to the Fold3 homepage by simply clicking on the Fold3 logo. Fold3 has over 280 million records in their non-military collection, ranging from city directories to naturalization records to passport applications. These are accessed through the non-military tile on the homepage. Some of the non-military collections are limited. For example, Fold3 only contains U.S. federal census records from 1860 and from 1900 to 1930. If you are interested in U.S. federal census research, databases like Ancestry, Heritage Quest, and MyHeritage will contain all available censuses from 1790 to 1950. Let's take a closer look at some of the non-military records that can be found in Fold3. First up, city directories. Fold3 contains assorted city directories for a number of principal cities, including Philadelphia, New York, Boston, Chicago, St. Louis, and Kansas City. Our example today is from the 1915 Kansas City directory. On this slide, you can see our search for Joyce C. Hall, the founder of Hallmark cards. This record shows us that he was in the papercraft business with his brothers William F. and Raleigh B. on the second floor of 1025 Grand Avenue. Also of note, this entry is under Hall Bros. Our initial search for Joyce C. Hall did not immediately take us to this directory listing, but when we searched the Hall page, we found him. This serves as a reminder to be flexible in how you search any record set. Next up, passport applications. Passport applications, like this one for John Arundel Disney, Walt Disney's uncle, provide a wealth of information for family genealogists. On this 1896 application, we learn that John was born in Kilkenny, Ireland in 1850, but he lists himself as a naturalized citizen at birth based on his father's U.S. naturalization. This application also gives immigration information, his U.S. residence, and a physical description. The search path we followed to find this record is shown here. Note that we used a wildcard when conducting this search. Due to an indexing error, searching for John Arundel Disney, spelled with the U, did not yield any results. Using wildcards is a great research technique to try when finding records is proving difficult. War Stories is a publication that is a part of more than 102 million U.S. Civil War records that Fold3 has to offer. Containing more than 3.5 million records, War Stories is a collection of records of all the battles and regiments in the U.S. Civil War. The first thing I would like to draw your attention to is the small box at the bottom right. To access these stories, utilize the Featured drop-down and select War Stories. This will take you to the U.S. Civil War page. From there, you can explore Civil War battles or regiments, or you can select the Civil War Stories tile under the Featured Publications. A collection of war memorials can also be accessed through the Featured drop-down. Fold3 memorials include the U.S. Honor Wall, U.S. Vietnam Wall, and the USS Arizona Memorial. Though no replacement for seeing these memorials in person, Fold3 provides an every name searchable image, making it possible to view these memorials from the library or your own home. You can search for a specific name or just view sections of these memorials. Our memorials search for Charles Alfred Pope, a soldier from Independence, Missouri, memorialized on the Vietnam Wall, proved to be the source of both military and non-military genealogical finds. The sidebar tells us Pope was a Marine Corps Lance Corporal, Grade 3, in his first year of service. His date of birth and religion are also provided, along with additional details about his service and death. Individuals can create a memorial page or add to one of millions of existing memorial pages already created on Fold3. You will need to register for a basic, free Fold3 membership to create a page. Once you log in, the option to create a memorial will appear on the red navigation bar. You can also access this feature by using the Featured drop-down and selecting Honor Wall. If you enjoyed today's Fold3 class, consider taking another of our self-paced, pre-recorded classes found on the online learning section of the Get Started page of Midwest Genealogy Center website. You can also sign up for upcoming in-person and virtual programs through the Events tab also found on the MGC homepage. Thank you for watching this tutorial on using Fold3. And as always, please feel free to contact us by phone or email with any questions you may have. We are open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. And on Sunday, we are open from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. We hope to see you soon.